This wedding was such a disaster, I would have cried. But the ending, low-key wholesome. Welcome to Am I The Bridezilla, the series where wedding chaos, unhinged stories, and real bride honesty collide. And trust me, today's disaster might be the wildest one yet. So the story reads, my own wedding was a bit of a mess. It was Vegas, to be fair, and cheap, so I shouldn't have expected too much. Basically, a couple weeks before the wedding, they offered to give us a 50% discount if I could change the time a little earlier, as they wanted to squeeze in another ceremony and reception after hours. I agreed, as we were young and poor. On the morning of the wedding, when I was getting ready, I received a call from them asking if I wanted the taffeta on the gazebo, and I was like, huh? We're getting married in the orchid, not the gazebo. So thank God I picked up that call, or they literally have us set up in the wrong location. My bridal party had a limo there, so we arrived on time, but all my English family guests were on a chartered bus organized by the wedding venue, and it was around an hour late getting them. Wedding coordinator doesn't bother checking if my guests arrived in their bus. I'm talking about 25 people, basically my entire guest list, as my American husband's friends and family all drove to the venue before rushing me down the aisle. Funnily enough, as I was walking down the aisle, I had a brief moment of, weird, I don't recognize many people. My whole bus load of people arrived mid-ceremony, and my mom was ranting to people around her, and I had to tell her to be quiet. Then when we finished the ceremony, everyone stood around watching us have our professional photos taken, and this coordinator started shouting at my guests that if they didn't hurry and get on the bus now, we'd be fined for overstaying. I lost it and started shouting at her, and that it was her fault that they'd missed the ceremony, and the least she could do was let them stay and watch the photos. And she was like, how is it my fault the bus was late, B-word? You organized it. Our reception was in a suite at Mandalay Bay Hotel, and first the speakers stopped working and were skipping during our first dance. Then the AC stopped working, August in Vegas, and then security had to come tell us to quieten down because there had been complaints at 8 p.m. in Vegas. They were like, yeah, sorry, we know it's early and it's Vegas, but we have to be seen to ask you to be quiet. It was such a show. 10 years married now though, and expecting our second child, so maybe the worse the wedding, the better the marriage. Okay, is the coordinator the bridezilla? Because I'm voting yes in this one, but to be fair, they have been married 10 years and expecting baby number 2, so maybe chaos weddings equals strong marriages? I don't know. Please comment who's a bridezilla here. I want to know your verdict in the comments down below, and I'm going to be featuring the best ones in the next episode. Till next time, loves.